This video comes from Kruger National Park in the Sabi Sands Game Reserve.
So this is the beginning of my South African safari experience. We are loading up and we have our guide and our trekker. And 10 minutes into our first game drive, we see this leopard. Now, we are 10 minutes from the lodge, and this is probably the reason why they tell us not to walk around the lodge at night, because we may encounter things like him. And he walked right past us. We stopped. I was so excited that, I wanted to jump out and take, but well, let me correct. No, I was not going to jump out of the vehicle because that would have been a really bad idea. But I was really excited to see him. One of the animals that I really wanted to see. I've seen a leopard before, but not like this. He was magnificent. My next video will actually be a story of just leopards alone.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this channel.
I heard a zebra. Another animal that's not in the big five, but is absolutely beautiful. Just sit and watch them for hours. Actually, we did sit there and watch him for about 30 minutes. He's a yearling and probably too old to be suckling, but I think he's just kind of reminiscing on times past. One of the things that I enjoy about photographing wildlife is the subtle engagement of having them look in my direction.
Here's a little known secret. Hippopotamus are one of the most dangerous animals in the world. They kill about 500 people a year. They weigh about 3,000 pounds. They run about 30 miles an hour. And they aggressively defend the territory.
I think people approach them or approach water that they're in because they assume, because of their size and their seemingly docile nature, that they're approachable. And they are not. They are not friendly. They don't like people. They don't like gators. They don't like crocodiles. They don't like anything. So if you see hippos, give them a wide berth. They don't like you. There isn't much that hippos get along with. Near that water, not in that water, we see this rhinoceros. This is a male. He's massive. This is a white rhino, different from the black rhino. In this part of the country, in this part of Africa, you will see more white rhino than black rhino. White rhinos are bigger and their lips are formed differently. You'll notice that his horn is missing. Park rangers are now seeking out as many rhino as they can find and cutting off their horns because poachers are killing the rhino for their horn, because people in certain parts of the world, China and Vietnam, they use their horns for one, as status symbols, and two, they say medicinal purposes, which really turns out to be they use them as aphrodisiacs. Yes, these dudes are out here trying to grind up rhino horn as Viagra. Come on, man. Here's the truth. Rhino horn is made out of a material called keratin. You know what else is made out of keratin? Your hair and your fingernails. Same material. So dude, if you want to get your freak on, trim your nails, cut your hair, grind it up, do whatever it is you do with it, but stop killing the rhino. Please, stop. Just stop. There are very few of them left in the wild like this one. And we have to do this. They have to do this now to try and save their lives. One of the things that I learned is that a group of giraffes is called a tower. Well, this tower is full of females. They were right along the Sand River. We spent quite a bit of time watching them as one after another just kind of filed down the tree line, socializing, feeding, and doing what they do. It was incredible to have them in such proximity. Another big five animal we saw is Cape buffalo. Very often you'll see Cape buffalo and you see this bird. This bird's called an oxpecker. They pick and eat ticks and insects off of his body. They are as mean as they look. There are wildebeest in South Africa, and although they are not in the same numbers as those migrating through East Africa, they live in a number of locations on the African continent. And they are not hard to find. This is a herd of female elephants we saw. They block the road, and something about elephants, when they decide that they want to block the road, you sit and you wait. And while we're waiting, we see a number of them just come out of the bush. This is a herd of females. They have calves, they have yearlings. There were more females. They just continued to come out. Only time I was really nervous, we're seeing all the elephants around because they're massive. There are several types of antelope that live in South Africa. The Inyala, the kudu, the impala. And when you see them, you see what follows them. You see, this is a martial eagle. He's waiting to hunt. This is a marabou stork. He's waiting to scavenge. This is a hyena, who are scavengers as well. So when you start to see all of these animals together, you know that she is nearby. And where you find her, you'll find him.
Lions are another member of the African Big Five. The females do the hunting, the males do the protecting. It is his job to protect the pride from other males. It is her job, she and her sisters and aunts and even her mother will do the hunting. We spent the rest of the evening watching this lion. When we got back, dinner was waiting on us. As I've said before, one of the things you do on a safari is you eat a lot.
My guide was gracious enough to go out with me and take this photograph at the end of the day. The core of the Milky Way above this acacia tree. But if you look into the far right-hand corner, the upper right-hand corner, it's a constellation called the Southern Cross. Only seen in the Southern Hemisphere. Wanted to see him photographed for a long time. This was just a perfect way to end the day. There are more things coming. Tune in.